It was the total cost for the tummy tuck surgery that Katie wanted. I paid for it contingent on a verbal agreement that Katie and I had that I would pay for the tummy tuck as long as we kept our wedding date for July, which was coming up in 3 months from that time.
You can't force her to marry you.
I had already proposed, Your Honor, and I wanted to marry her as soon as possible because I had been in a relationship with her for 3 years. She also has a son who is now 4, named Noah.
Okay.
And Noah was from a previous relationship, but throughout my relationship with Katie, I developed a really strong bond, a father-son bond with Noah. And on top of marrying this woman that I loved, I was over the moon in love with her, Your Honor. I love this little boy. I see him as my own son. And she said that the only way that she would marry me is if she could get the tummy tuck. Because she had body image issues and she didn't feel comfortable in a dress or a wedding dress.
I mentioned it jokingly.
Apparently they don't make them in her size. I don't know. But that's what she wanted. I told her that I would support her in her weight loss and whatever she wanted to do to get her tummy down to fit into whatever dress, as long as it was natural. I did exercises with her. We went on daily walks. I tried every crash diet she wanted to try. These weird Nutri-Sport, whatever.
How much
herbs.
heavier was she than she is now?
Just generally 30 pounds, 40.
You lost 30, 40 pounds?
Yes, with the tummy tuck and the breast lift.
It was a mommy makeover, Your Honor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Look, man, if you don't see this as a red flag, then I don't know if you're ever going to be able to find someone who's good for you. Now, if I was seeing someone she looks really beautiful here, and she looks like she doesn't really need a tummy tuck, or that she didn't need one, and for whatever reason she said, I ain't getting married unless I get the tummy tuck. Dude, do you want to be with someone who's like that? And then they leave you anyways? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think he got tricked, guys. I really do think he got tricked. But what do you guys think?
There was a noticeable difference in the appearance of her tummy. And
then she started eating really well after the tummy tuck.
I don't know what she did
lost
long after that. She broke off the engagement about 3 months after the surgery, right before we were set to get married.
Why did you break up the marriage or the engagement?
When we're going out, he became controlling and possessive. And he was like, you're flirting with that guy. The same clothes that I would wear. He would gaslight me and be like, who are you wearing that for? I wore it like 3 months ago when I didn't have the tummy tuck or the breast lift.
Your Honor,
he just sees me in a different light. He gaslit me. He was manipulative. And you say that you wanted us to be a family, but you want my son to see me in that light of how you view me as possession? Or it's like he acted as if like he owned this now. He paid for it, he owns it.
Why do I feel like I've heard this story so many times before? I mean, honestly. You get a tummy tuck, you get a boob job, you look all hot, nice and hot, and then you break up with a guy and you say, you know, he's controlling, he's possessive, he abused me as an object, so I'm breaking up with him. It's really an old story.
No, and it's being explained in a wrong way. I loved him, and it's almost like
you loved his money.
No.
And you loved the fact that you got a boob job and a tummy tuck.
But I didn't want the breast lift.
You didn't want how much was the breast lift?
$4,693.
So you're suing for only the tummy tuck?
Only the tummy tuck, Your Honor.
Who paid for the breast lift?
I did, Your Honor.
You come to this court telling me today that there was an actual contract between you and this former fiancé saying that she promised to pay me for the value of the tummy tuck, and she failed to do it.
It was a verbal agreement, Your Honor, and yes.
And you expect me to believe that?
That's all I have, Your Honor. I didn't bother to get a contract because this was the woman that I was in love with.
But you really expect me to believe it was not a gift?
I am not a liar,
that you were not going to
Honor.
benefit from her looking good?
The only thing I want back, I don't want back the relationship with her. I want my $4,500.
You're not going to get it. Because it is very obvious that you gave her the gift of a tummy tuck and a boob job. You gave it to her. The fact that you said, oh, let's get married in a year, no, 6 months, and she's like, the only way I'll do it is if I get a tummy tuck, and you were dumb enough to say, okay, that's your problem. Nobody else's fault. You could have said no. So based on the evidence, Mr. Leeds, I will deny your claim for $4,500. Okay? Good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
All right, so listen here, y'all. This guy obviously is an idiot, really. I mean, you really think that you gave that money back on a notion that you're going to get the money back to yourself after she gets her tummy tuck? Dude, you got that done because you were doing anything you can to get this lady. Now, I do believe that this girl potentially was some sort of a gold digger. I do believe that she saw him for his money and was using him for his money and said things to manipulate him into getting the things she wanted. Did she need a tummy tuck? No, I don't think so. I have a feeling, though, that there was a conversation between the two of them that maybe he said, I'll give you a tummy tuck as long as we continue our wedding plans. And she broke up with him after the tummy tuck. Now, she claims that the reason why is because he became possessive and all this stuff. It's hard to really know what happened in between that time. If it's true, I understand why she wants to leave him. I get it. If all of a sudden now you got a flat tummy and nice... If all of a sudden you have a flat tummy and some nice badoogadoos, then honestly, I have a feeling that I could see a guy being a little bit possessive. I could see that. But if you got all those things and he wasn't doing that and you just kind of wanted those things for free, then you're kind of looking at an issue here. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you agree with the judgment or do you disagree? Because I feel like it could go both ways in this situation, because I do feel like he genuinely did think that with doing these procedures that they were going to get married. So I would love to know what you guys think about this. So leave your comments down below.